going to introduce you to Mary Ellsbury with SCORE. And she's got a bunch of folks that she brought in, and so I don't butcher anyone's names. I'm going to turn it over to Mary so she can tell you all about it.
Thanks, Brian.
You're welcome.
This is awesome. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I do want to introduce my husband, Tom. I think a lot of you in the room know Tom. And he's my first volunteer. I'm the chapter chair. So I'm the chapter chair for Cheyenne SCORE. And this is Eric Thompson. He's here from Florida. He's our regional vice president and from SCORE. And so he's been a lot of help getting us on track for what we need to be doing and helping us for the future of SCORE. Claire Snyder was going to join us from the bank, and I don't see her in the room yet, so maybe maybe she'll stop in a little bit. She was going to give us a little information on SBA loans, because part of what SCORE does is help clients to find financial assistance. So, where'd my props go? I had my brochures up here, so it doesn't matter. I know what's in them. So, they're up here. On the back of the table, there are some brochures. There's one for clients, one for volunteers. When Tom and I decided that we were going to do this, it was because about 17, 18 years ago, we used SCORE as a resource to help us to put our business together, to help us write our business plan, put our marketing plan together. And we did that in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So we worked with the SBA here, SBDC. John Prevet's in the room from SBDC. He's a great resource for anybody that's looking at furthering their business, making it larger, help with employees. He can do all kinds of things for you as well. We're all under the Small Business Administration umbrella. And Tom and I knew that we needed to join the Chamber of Commerce for the SCORE chapter, because we have a phenomenal chamber here in Cheyenne, and most everybody in the room knows that.
Well, most of all, we just received the 5-star accreditation, which is the highest chamber recognition that you can receive from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce.
And that's thanks to the staff and all of you, because the chamber's made up of all of us and the staff, and so that's awesome that we have that. So we wanted to do this red carpet. We've also been red carpet members since 2003, and Military Affairs Committee and all that. So we really think a lot of good things come out of our chamber membership. So we wanted to have that membership for SCORE as well. I thank you also very much for being here too, because what we're trying to do now is get the word out that SCORE is up and running. For the last couple of years, it's been dead, and so there wasn't a SCORE mentor available in Cheyenne for the last couple of years. So we're putting the chapter back together again. So what we'd like from all of you is to let people know that we're up and running, because it's really hard to find us. If an entrepreneur doesn't know about SCORE already, they just, unless they run into somebody and rub elbows with somebody that knows, they're never gonna find out. But we need you to help us to get the word out. The mentoring is free. The one-on-one mentoring is free. And we do not have a physical presence. We are working out of our office at home, but we also have the opportunity to use this room. Thank you so very much to Wyoming Bank and Trust for letting us use this room. We've got rooms at the county library that we've been using. We just were able to acquire a couple of other rooms, one at one of our lawyers, attorneys' offices here in town, and another at one of the nonprofits under the state housing people. So we've got some really good spaces. So really no reason for us to spend money on a storefront. Everybody has their own computers and their phones and everything, so we really don't need a place where we have copy machines. And back when we did this, the internet really wasn't a thing. And so the place where we would go to the SCORE office it was like going into where we met Brian a few years ago at Office Max. It was like going into Office Max kind of, because they had computers and printers and copy machines and an awesome video, audio, print library that we could use. But we've moved on from that, and so we don't feel like we need a physical presence. To be a volunteer, so if anybody knows anyone, let's go back to the clients first. If you know anyone that's got an idea for a business, it doesn't matter how old they are, they have an idea for a business, they've just launched their business, or they're looking at a feasibility study, or they've been in business for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, it doesn't matter, all the way to when they might be ready to sell the business, we can find someone to help them. So in any stage of business, so it doesn't have to be a brand new business. It might be someone that's wanting to ramp things up or something, or make some changes. So any stage of business. To be a volunteer, then all of this is available on a website. It's score.org, or you can do cheyenne.score.org. And you go to that website and you can look at things as far as becoming a volunteer, or you can sign up to request a mentoring session, and all that's done online. And then to be a volunteer, the way that process works is we would find out who that volunteer is, and they would let us know. We would do a little bit of registering through the website. We get them a sign-on. We've already met with them to determine if they are a good fit for the organization. And then it's pretty easy. There's some tutorial or educational pieces that you have to take and go through to see if you qualify for being a SCORE mentor. There's a confidentiality agreement that you're bound by, and then there's a code of ethics, and we visit that and sign that every year. And so when we meet with an individual client, or when we're doing our workshops, we're bound by that confidentiality agreement from the national SCORE under the SBA. So it's all very safe for a new client. And then when you become a mentor, then you mentor with another mentor, and there's 4 of us now. And so Tom and I would be the ones. Andrea, right behind us here, has just signed on with us, and Andrea is our Spanish-speaking mentor. That is going to be awesome to have her. So she works with Ursula Stevenson, and Andrea is a producer at the insurance agency there, and she already has a pretty good client list, and her and I have spent some time together, and she's very excited about it too, because she's got all kinds of clients already in her wheelhouse, I think. And so I'll be sitting with her. I won't understand a word they're saying, but I'll be sitting with her. So she'll have to be my translator. But we're very excited about being able to provide mentoring for our Spanish-speaking community and our business folks. So that's awesome. And then Deb Roden, she's not here.
Yes, she is.
Oh, she's Deb just signed on with us as well. And Deb is one of the partners at Woodhouse Roden Nethercott. We're so excited to have her. And she's got 2 other attorneys that we met with that are, and they're here too.
Yes.
And so we have Chris and Katie, and we haven't got their sign-ins yet, but they're here. That means they're in, right? So we're so excited about that, because for a new entrepreneur or in any stage of business, it's always great to be able to have some professional guidance from attorneys. And these 3 attorneys here are awesome. They've got different specialties that they can work on with us, and we're really excited to share their expertise with our clients. And did I miss anybody? I'm meeting with another attorney tomorrow. I'm looking for an accountant. So Mary and I are going to have a meeting. She's a little iffy, but so we have some other places that we'll be reaching out to as well, because we need more than one. We can't just bogart Mary. So, but we'll be excited about that. I could go on and on because I get so excited about it, but we need to cut it short. So Eric does have a presentation that he brought, if we'd like to do that next. And then later we'll have some time for questions.
Let me say a few words first before I make the presentation. Great to see you all here, and I can tell you it's great to be in Cheyenne for the 2nd time a month, and I'm coming back again in July. So there must be something good about this place. Getting back here 3 times in 2 months. Hey, I just love the downtown area. I haven't bought a hat yet, and I haven't bought boots. But those will come.
Next month.
I want to say just a little bit about SCORE, right? One of the differences, the big differences about SCORE, is that the people that are volunteers from SCORE work from here. They want to give back. They work from the heart, not the head or the hands. If they had, they start from the heart. And it's very important. One of the real important words that we treasure at SCORE is the word care. We care for our clients, we care for their success, and we care for our fellow volunteers. Very important for us. And if you're of that, I was going to say mindset, let me coin a new word called heart set, then come and join us. I've arranged that just outside that door and that door there are 2 National Guardsmen with M16s. We will not let you out without signing up to help us.
Personally.
Yeah, that's right. It was the most fun I can tell you can have with your shoes on. We have a lot of fun, and it's great fun working with seeing the success of other people. Be prepared, and I haven't told Mary this yet, right? Is that we're not just going to do mentoring, right? We're going to ask these lawyers, right, to do a workshop on what type of business do you set up, right? Not just one-on-one, not a workshop with 20 or 30 people. Right? We've got a workshop, 24th of July coming up, right here, I think, on how to run a non-profit profitably. So we're not a bunch of hyperactive geriatrics, although sometimes I think we are.
Not there yet.
We have got more and more young people are joining because I think they just like the environment. So that's what I say. I'll just get them to flip the safety